Welcome to Boho for Beginners. I can't wait to share with you these looks that you're going to be able to duplicate. I'm going to break them down in easy step by step, but there's a few things I want to talk about before I get into a hairstyle tutorial. It's important to know that you can't just watch a tutorial on a head and then be able to duplicate it on someone else, because typically not everyone has the exact same hair that the tutorial is being done on. And because I teach real hairdressers how to improve their work in the salon or for their wedding parties, I'm going to give the same information to you, beginner or not, because it would be leaving out some important details. This head here and these mannequin heads have natural hair, real hair. She is layered. There's a really beautiful new shag haircut that's very popular. She's long, but she's layered. And so I'm going to show and talk about how you can do these boho looks on the different lengths. This mannequin head has one length hair, long layers on top, and what is also important with boho design is natural texture. So if typically you're one to wash and condition and dry your hair, you might think you have straight hair, but if you were to skip some conditioning and let your hair air dry, well, that's a perfect base for the texture we need for a boho look. So this head was diffused. I show that in a video on how to get wave in here. Most everybody has some kind of texture in their hair. I can get my hair with a diffuser and the right products very curly. And to get that texture you want for boho, you've got to remove that slippery silkiness, because it's just not going to give it that look that you're really looking for with boho. Another thing to consider with boho style, a lot of it is draped, like lots of draping on the sides and beautiful design and movement in the back. Now if you have a layered haircut, or your model or client has a layered haircut, and she brings in a particular photo that has all this draping, you have to check to see how does she want her sides and her front, because typically the photos are only of the back. So you'll have to have a conversation, and I always call section 1 is the front, 2 and 3 are the sides along the ears, 4 is the crown, and 5 is the bottom. So you look at a photo that's all beautiful and boho in the back, but there's no pictures of the side or the front. So you've got to work with the client to see where and how she wants her to look. So we want to talk about depth of part. Most boho looks are middle parts. You can do a side part, it's not a problem. Follow the exact same steps, but you'll just have a little bit more hair on one side than the other, and you can adjust as you go and follow along with the steps. So going off here on the side, you want to find out with someone who's very fringy, does she want some of that fringe left out? That would determine how deep section 1 is. So it might just be a little strip, and then 2 and 3 are the sides. And as you go to bring hair back, instead of it being from the very front, it might have to be from the back of the hair. Also, a lot of boho styles have braids in them and design that is like around the side and going into the back. If your hair is layered, you don't quite have as much fullness. In the more advanced classes, I teach you how to add hair in to get more fullness, but we're going to keep things basic here.